This program is made possible by generous support from China City, with locations in Oak Harbor, Freeland, and Mill Creek, Washington, as well as these local businesses.
Love is all around us, inside us to guide us. Hello, friends. I'm here to share how I slipped into a lighter, one day at a time way of being in the world when I followed my dream to accompany others as they crossed the threshold between life and death. I've been a musician all my life. My earliest memories of music are of singing in the car with my mom and dad. And when one would put a harmony on with the other, it just filled my body with tingling joy. The first time I could hold a note to their two notes, I was hooked for life. After decades of practicing as a certified music therapist, I became interested in music thanatology. Big word. Music thanatology takes its roots from Western medieval monastic practices and its name from Thanatos, the Greek god of a good and peaceful death. It offers music as a gift to people as they are moving through the end of their lives. The harp and the voice are the instruments used. The music invites deep rest, relaxation, the opportunity for loved ones to draw close together and simply be during this time of transformation. Synchronizing the music to the breathing pattern of the ill person, the music accompanies them, creating a soundscape of beauty, harmony, and acceptance of what is happening moment by moment. Our relationship with music begins just 22 days after conception. On that day, a single cell jolts to life, it awakens nearby cells, and miraculously, they begin to beat together. These beating cells divide and become the heart. This desire to beat in unison seems to fuel our entire lives. A newborn baby's cry has the same pattern as its mother's speech. So even before we are born, we're learning to sing together. Music offers us the safety of connection and of living in concert with ourselves and one another. I never know what's going to happen when I come to play for someone. Sometimes people see the harp, they think this, and want nothing to do with it. But once a man shared with me about a recent vision that he'd had of a being of light coming to him and extending a hand in friendship to help him know he was not alone in his illness. After hearing the harp, he said, I experienced this music like a mother's touch, cradling me. It's as if I've been given both a masculine and feminine expression of love to guide me through this time. We are complex rhythms, singing simultaneously in the currents of our bloodstream, our heart, lungs, and vital organs. And when these functions begin to fail, music can come alongside and offer stability with a simple rhythmic structure. perhaps release, with a non-rhythmic, upholding wave of sound. Moment by moment, the musical prescription flows and adapts to what is happening. If a loved one begins to draw close, I might support that with a lullaby. And often I pause in silence. Silence allows everyone the sonic space to simply absorb what's been happening and rest. 15 years ago, my family went through the death of our oldest child. Adam was 22. He'd come home from a long run, got into a hot tub alone to relax. We think that he overheated and had a seizure, and he drowned. At that time, our musical friend Kimmer brought us over an album of Impira music from Zimbabwe to listen to. This music was like butterflies hovering around my heart. It was filled with light, and yet it was watery, like a bubbling brook. It seemed to croon to me, just be with your sad and broken heart. I found my own music on the Impira, and I remember hearing in my mind Adam's voice saying to me, "Keep your heart open, Mom. Keep growing your heart, and you'll be okay." And when I rise, let me rise like a bird, joyfully. And when I fall, let me fall like a leaf, gracefully, without regret, gratefully. At Providence Hospital, where I've worked since 2004, anyone can ask for a harp visit. And recently, a beautiful young woman, just 34 years old, used the harp music to tune into her own healing powers. She said to me, I know that I'm meant to recover from this pancreatic cancer and help my little 10-month-old daughter grow through the stages of her babyhood, her childhood, and her teenage years and beyond. After meditating with the harp, she said, "You sang the words that I needed to hear. Do not be fearful of the night. Soon the great sun will bring us light. Walking out in the early morn, giving thanks that we are born." Very rarely I have the privilege of being present at the very end of life. This morning I have come to see John. He's all alone in the hospital room. He's in a deep coma now. He's experiencing terminal agitation, and his breathing is wild, like a locomotive about to jump the rails. I greet him. "Good morning, John. This is Claudia. I'm here in the hospital room with you. I came a few days ago to play the harp for you and your wife, Barbara. Barbara's not able to be here right now, but I'm here, and I hope this music might help you breathe a little more easily. John's breathing begins to regulate as the music gives him a structure to hold on. And after a while, the harp begins to slow as John's breathing slows. And soon, his out-breath is longer than his in-breath. I pause the harp and listen. I have the sense that John doesn't want to be alone. Perhaps he needs a hand to hold. I can hold his hand while Barbara's not here. And so I sit with John. I offer words of encouragement. You're doing great, John. Love is all around you, deep inside you, to guide you. After a time, I feel the quickening in his spirit, and I turn away to give him some moments of privacy. I walk over and make a clinical note in his chart, and it is during that time that John takes his last breaths. For when I turn back to him, he is gone. Why do I do this work? Sometimes I think it's because I need the remedial work of facing my own death. For me, dying is a sacred time, very much like those moments of wonder and joy and awe when my 3 children were born. This is birthing work too, and I feel such gratitude to be able to be present at these times. Love is all around us, deep inside